guys are enjoying the transparency of my videos recently. It makes it a little less embarrassing because the track's only 5 minutes from my house, but I definitely just drove to the track to take some pictures for Instagram of my bike. And I was gonna set something up at the house for the bike check because I have been watching your guys' comments and I know it was coming. But I decided, hey, I'm gonna take some photos and then I'm just gonna do a bike check. So this is one of the cool things that obviously I always wanted to do, and it comes with being on the Olympic team and getting to do cool stuff like that. So yeah, without further ado, let's check it out. All right, photos are done, my back's blown out. Let's get into the good stuff. So originally I had planned to go navy, and we were gonna go dark navy blue. So first and foremost, I actually think the end result came out better than I could have expected. However, originally I wanted to go like super dark navy. I don't know if you guys have seen the jerseys yet, but they're like a gray with some navy. So anyways, wanted to go with navy. So I went with navy, and I mean majority black parts. And so because my bike is a custom size, so it's not like a fancy size, it's just a standard 21.75, but S-Squared doesn't make that in their like I don't know, normal lineup. So I had to get the frame made a little bit early, and then the paint was done obviously early, so I don't really have a lot of options to customize it after it's already done. But again, it came out super cool. And then another thing that I really wanted to point out before I get into all the parts is a huge shout out to Ronan Weber. I'll link his Instagram here. I raced him growing up. He raced a pro, now he races amateur. And yeah, he completely took this bike from just gonna be an American bike to a full-on Olympic bike. He did super good with the customization, and I couldn't be more thankful for him. So huge shout out to him. I guess on the non-answered parts is, first off, the Stay Strong flat bar. I've been running the bars forever, the last 3 years, but it's just tried and true bar, and yeah, I run that in 7.5. Attached to that, we have the Profile top load stem, I believe, and I flip it upside down. All three of my bike setups have had this bar setup. I kind of run the flip stem because the answer fork, I believe, fits OS 20, so it's a little bit of a bigger gap than like a Box or the Haro Citizen that I was running. So yeah, going on from there, we have the answer headset. The spacers I did silver. Kind of wanted to keep a little bit of white or something in there. Obviously the famous answer dagger fork with the answer carbon rims, tie spokes, Tioga power blocks, and I actually have, you can't really see, but Ride Now tubes. Obviously weight is the name of the game. It's not super new. They have Tubolito. Ride Now is another one out of China. They're pink. And yeah, I guess I also forgot I have a answer whole shot front hub. And then a closer look, again, this is one of many of the things that Ronan did. Nice little sticker touch that actually matches the frame exactly. And then coming up here to the top tube, I mean, like, just look how gorgeous this is. This thing has a skyline of France. Might be hard to see, but skyline of France. Put in my little logo for my YouTube, as well as the Team USA logo. And just little stuff like that gets me stoked on everything. Like I said, I dreamed of this stuff as a kid, and just to kind of see everything pan out the way it has been pretty cool. Before we jump all the way to the back of the bike though, forgot to mention, I run the Connor Fields version of the ODI grip. I go back and forth with answer grips and the Connor grips. They both kind of have the same circumference, so it just kind of, I'm kind of weird with it. Like some days I'll like fill the rivets in the Connor grips and love them, and some days I won't. So if I don't and I want to change, I just go to the answer grips. Moving to the middle of the bike now, we have a Tioga seat attached to a carbon answer seat post. I've got DXR 175 cranks as well as a Renin sprocket. I've been going back and forth between basically a 44, a 47, and a 50, just kind of trying it out. But I always run Renin, and I always run an Onyx rear cog. I think a big thing for you guys watching, if you're like over probably 13. You need to make sure that you're running a chromoly rear cog at least, because aluminum, although it's lighter, it's just not strong enough, and I don't really trust it. So also attached to that, I have a KMC HX 510 chain. They don't make the chains anymore, but this is one of the best chains in the market, and yeah, I've run them forever. Back of the bike now, we have another Answer hole shot hub with carbon rims and tie spokes. Again, another look at some of just the custom stuff that Ronan did, as well as some custom HT pedals, American themed. Cool story about that was I had hit up HT to see if I can get some pedals for the Olympics, and they actually told me they didn't have this version in stock, and so I was kind of bummed, and so I was gonna actually just do black on this entire thing. And then I was gone for a couple weeks and I got a package, and he sent me 3 pairs of the pedals that he told me were in stock. So I don't know if they just magically came back in stock or if he was just trying to surprise me and hook me up. Either way, I'm super thankful for HT as well as Blake at Answer, also Pete D at BRG for hooking everything up. Most of this bike, luckily, I didn't have to pay for, which is super nice, which I know you would think like, oh yeah, he's pro, he probably gets everything for free. That's not necessarily the case. I actually buy a lot of the stuff on my bike just because it's personal preference, but yeah, I think that's just about it. I know I kind of skimmed through some stuff, so if you guys have any more questions about anything, let me know. I know that this bike, for the guys wondering, is probably around 18, 19 pounds, so it's not on the lightest spectrum, but I still kind of keep everything as light as possible without tearing up the integrity of the stuff. Like, the aluminum frame is fine. I always run good cranks. Everything else is kind of as light as I can get it. Like I said, I've got the tie spokes, I've got the tubes that are light, I run the folding label power blocks, I'm running carbon forks, and the lightest seat I could possibly get. So again, really looking forward to racing this bike and trying it out, and in the next video I'm gonna see my first ride on it all. So I actually am going to Sarasota this week before I end up going to Tulsa. So yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed this little quick bike check, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.